There are those who say, look at our faith, look at our religion. We have preserved everything, every vessel, every icon, every garment, every chant. For centuries we have guarded the treasures. See how beautiful it is, see how magnificent. This is empire, this is history, and this is who we are. They point, and their pointing is heavy. It carries gold, incense, memory, and the weight of uninterrupted time. They are not wrong. What they show is real. But I say, you have preserved everything, except the question of whether it still belongs. I speak now not as a collector of treasures, but as a servant of clarity. There is another way to build. Not through accumulation, but through removal. Not through inheritance, but through discernment. A house built not by memory, but by light. Imagine such a house. It stands open, its lines are straight, its walls unburdened. Space breathes, light enters without resistance. Every object inside has a reason to be there. Nothing begs for attention, nothing shouts its history. Everything is present because it is necessary. This is not poverty. This is precision. Now enter that house, carrying with you a masterpiece of another world, a canvas heavy with shadow, saturated with drama, full of depth that demands silence and submission. You hang it on the wall. And in that moment something breaks, not the painting, but the house. Because the house was built on a different law, a different language, a different truth. The error is subtle but fatal. You believe that beauty is transferable without consequence. It is not. Every structure, whether of stone, of thought, or of faith, is governed by an inner order. This order decides what belongs and what does not. When you violate it, you do not enrich the system, you fracture it. This is the hidden confusion of our time. People gather fragments of greatness from different worlds and assemble them into a single identity. They believe they are becoming rich, in reality they are becoming incoherent. They carry empires inside minimalist rooms. They speak in clarity but think in accumulation. They preserve forms whose spirit has already departed. And then they wonder why there is no peace within. Listen carefully. Truth does not require decoration, and memory does not justify presence. There are things that are beautiful but not for you. There are forms that are sacred but not for your structure. There are inheritances that must be honored, but letting them remain where they belong. To build is to choose. To choose is to exclude. And to exclude is not betrayal, it is alignment. If your path is clarity, then you must have the courage to remove even what is revered. Not because it is without value, but because it is not yours to carry. This is a discipline of the house of light. Nothing enters unless it serves the order. Nothing remains unless it reveals the truth. And when this discipline is complete, the space becomes something else entirely. Not empty, not minimal, but exact. A place where nothing distracts, because everything is aligned. A place where presence is not inherited but earned. A place where even a single object rightly placed contains more truth than 1,000 treasures gathered without discernment. This is the house I speak of. Build it carefully.